Great. Yeah, so I was just asked if I'd host this in case you had any questions about the revenue roadmap and how it's looking and everything else. Do you have any? Are you good with that? Or do you have any questions at all? I'm here to support.
No, I don't even know what the revenue roadmap is. So what's that?
That's the new program you should have access to on the platform. Let me just check.
Yeah, I've been on like the last one of these meetings was in October,
Yeah.
and it was just me and one other person. So we didn't talk about anything but like I was doing an event for Tracy, who I work for. And so we talked about that event, and then that was it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was just asked if I would hang out here. Yeah, you have full access. I had just had a look at your 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 access levels. So what you have now, when you go into our site, I'm going to share the screen.
Okay.
I'm going to log in as you and share the screen, so that's even better. So you can see exactly what you have here. Um, okay, so you can see my screen now.
Yeah.
So when you go in now, if you go into my coaching event, you're going to see the selling and buying experience now, which is
Okay.
all of the selling material, or everything you need from the start to the end of a selling transaction. This part here is all the stuff from the start to finish to the buyer's transaction. If you go into the system, you'll see
Okay.
it's all content laid out in words that you can review and go through. If you prefer to watch the videos, then you can just pop in here to the coaching videos and have a look at these, which is Chirag or Mike talking about the different content. So if that's the way your learning preference, you prefer to do that, you can hop into that way as well. In
Okay.
addition to that, now in this session and events, you have, sorry, it's been a little slow. You have all the content here. So Chirag is hosting live prospecting twice a week on a month, sorry, twice on a Monday, and he's also hosting seller focused sessions on a Tuesday. He is hosting buyer focused sessions on a Wednesday. We have Wendy, who's our president, and she is focused on business development. And Mike and Chris, they will host business operations on a Thursday. So we have all those live, and then you have my tool training in the afternoons if you're interested in any of these. I mean, have you tried the iPad presentations and all that content that we have available?
I went on and looked for stuff for like, I'm her assistant. I'm not the
Yeah.
agent. So none of
Yeah, I
this
know.
really pertained to me. I think it's more directed toward the agent than the support staff.
But actually, on the selling and buying, a lot of what's in here before the pitch would relate to you. Because a lot of it is getting the listing presentation ready, it's getting the collection set up, it's about our marketing plans, our iPad presentations that you can customize and then use. So you would actually be doing that more than the agent, right? And you can
No,
you don't do those at all.
no. Well, here's the thing. I got a little bit of a complaint because I feel like my sister, who's the agent I work for, signed up for all of this and was told that the assistants would get like, coaching once a month and whatever. These meetings that I've done went from 24 people to 12 to 8 to 6 to a missed meeting by you guys to then 2 people to now 1. And I feel like we, as the assistant, is leading the meeting. It's not like I come here to hear what you guys have to say and tell me what I need to leave here with. And to see that these things here are within here that I could use, some of it, I don't know that I could use that because everything I look at looks like it's tailored to the agent. So it would have been helpful to have your end say, hey, assistants, go here. This is for you. Because I look at that and think, agent, I'm not going to go in the weeds and find out like and pick through which one's for the assistant. So that's why I don't
Okay.
know any of this stuff.
Well, I mean, I think it's great because at least we're here discussing it now and we can look through what is here and for you. I mean, things like the Compass Tech video, that's definitely stuff you can use.
Yeah, well, again, I feel like it's never been told to us that this is here for us to use. Like that would have been helpful in these meetings to say, okay, we're going to go through this, click here. This is for you guys. The rest is for the agent. I mean, not all of this stuff I do. My sister, the agent, does her own CMAs. She doesn't have me do that. But I'm sure there's stuff in here I could do and could use.
Yeah, I'm sure there is, and I'd certainly encourage you to have a look at it. I mean, and that's why I'm here to try and help you like find those things that are really, of interest to you. But you have to remember that it's agents and assistants that are accessing our platform.
Right.
So, and that's why I'm here on this call, is to try and help you see how you can get the most out of this.
Right. No, I get that. I appreciate it. It's just first glance, it looks like this is all for agents. So,
Okay.
I kind of come to my intention of coming to these monthly meetings was to be, here's what's good for you guys. This is what you should look at. I feel like in all of these meetings I've been at have been led by us and have been stuff that our agents need to do. Like I was told, like what's your stuff, like the marketing plan? Well, that's on the agent. I just follow her marching orders. I don't know what her marketing plan is until she tells me. So sitting here telling you guys what the marketing plan is doesn't really benefit me.
Okay, that's fair enough. In some cases, admin people would actually get involved in the marketing plan and, having a look at what they can make for that client. So for example, we have a lot of standard marketing plans. These are sample ones that can be just downloaded and used. But down here, we've got marketing calendars that I would imagine as admin, you would copy and then start doing the branding on them. I can't access that from this link, but you could then access there because they're Google Sheets, and you could then put some stuff on them and then, put the logos on. If you don't do coming soon, you could remove those things, all that type of thing, I think is definitely good content that you could use.
So that's available to me. I could go on and click on that and get it.
Yep.
All right. I'll go in and look at it then today.
I'm going to put that link in our chat right now. All you have to do is sign into your Compass account. The other thing I think may be of interest to you is, are you involved in the checklist for the whole team? Like what checklist to add to the folders and action items and things like that? Do you get involved in that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a full list of checklists available as well. Let me get those for you. That you can literally click and add to your Compass platform. Sorry, bear with me. Bear with me. Sorry about this.
I think I'm still in my own screen, so I got to figure out how to get back to you.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry. Sorry. Too much content even for me. Let me find. So I'm going to send you a full list of all our buyer checklists, and I'm going to send you I'm going to show you where you can get it on the platform, but I also want to oh my goodness. Okay, ignore that. I'm going to show you. I'll find it later on. I'm going to show you where you can find them yourself on the platform. So if you go into my coaching content, and if you go into either the buying or the selling side,
Okay.
If you go, so for example, I'm going to go into the selling side this time. If you go into the pre-qualifying, for every single stage, we have add checklist to Compass. If you click that, it's going to add all the action items for that straight into your Compass platform. And you can then, and all the email templates are obviously going to go in as well. And you can then edit them, or you can change the email templates, you can move things around. Every single one of them has it. Like absolutely everyone, even before the pitch, if you go in here, you see the blue button there, add checklist to Compass. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop sharing for a second because I'm going to get you the full buyers or selling system one.
Okay.
So I'll get you the sheet with the list of the buying ones. So just bear with me. Okay, there we go. So this here, is the full selling checklist. So everything you would need to do for the selling process is in this checklist. It is enormous. So when you go to review it, it is going to take time. When you add it to your platform, it is enormous and it will take time to go through it.
Okay.
But when you do go through it, it covers every single stage apart from open houses and
Broker tour.
open houses and the ongoing communication, because
Oh,
that
okay.
happens so frequently. You can't really add it as a checklist. So that's that checklist. Bear with me and I'll get the other ones that'll help. Now that I'm not sharing, it'll work. You know that, right?
Right.
It's always the way. It's like as soon as you go and do that, it's like I'm not sharing. It's going to work for me now.
Right.
It's just Sod's law or Murphy's law, depending on where you're from.
Totally. So, yeah, I'm not going to click on it now while it's in my chat because I'm afraid I'm going to not be able to see you again.
Oh no, click on it. You click on
Right
it.
now?
Yeah, because otherwise when we leave, you're gonna lose it, right?
All right, let's see. I'm in.
Yeah, it's asking you to sign into Compass. That's okay because it's
Oh,
trying to
yeah,
the
okay.
Compass platform. That's perfectly fine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Now, how do I see you again? Oh, there you
You
are.
just there should be a little zoom on
There you
blue
are.
button at the very end. Yeah,
Okay, so I just checked on the full selling checklist. So
right.
that's open. Some of those things in there though, I don't do. So I'd
Yeah,
have
that's
to
fine.
like
Delete
just
them.
go through and get rid of stuff that I don't do.
Exactly. And add whatever you need in. Here's the full list of I have to make this bigger. The buying checklist, but I haven't created those into one giant one yet. That's on my to-do list. But this is all the individual ones here for those. You can click on add those, and that's a Google Doc. So don't worry about clicking into that. You're not going to have to go anywhere. You're
Oh,
fine.
okay.
I thought I had the same for the selling side, so bear with me. That's what I'm actually looking for. I'm pretty sure I did. If I don't, I'm going to create it and I'll send it on to you.
Okay. All right. So the full buyer checklist is a Google Doc that has links in it.
Yeah.
And then the other one, the seller's checklist
That's
is
the
right into
giant one.
Compass.
Yeah. But
Okay.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to create, I won't get to it today, probably tomorrow, the next day. I'll create a Google Doc with all the selling checklists as well. So you can take out the open house ones. Actually, I'll just drop the open house ones to you now. And
Okay.
that way you have them. The open house and also the buyer communication one, the ongoing communication. So let me get those to you, and then you've got everything. Okay. So this is the ongoing communication for the selling side.
Spelling, okay.
It's a checklist for there. When you click on it, it will ask you to go into Compass. So just add it for now, and then you can have a look at it later. And then the other one is the open house checklist. I'm going to share that with you. And these are definitely things that we found that a lot of admin people have found very helpful. I mean, agents have found them helpful that don't have admin, but obviously this is this type of thing that the admin guys are looking for. I'd highly recommend, you have a look at those and go through them. And in saying that, all of them relate to, I'm going to share my screen once again. There I am. I'm going to share my screen again with you so you can go through this. And if you go through my coaching content on the selling or the buying side, for the buying side, just the buying side here, for each stage, you'll see view, and you'll see there's a lot of content there, but you can see add checklist to Compass. So you can see all these action items are in the in the checklist that I shared with you. But a lot of this, I agree, it is mostly for agents. But on the selling side, certainly before the pitch, there's plenty in there that you can actually find useful. And I would have a look at the iPad presentations as well. I'm going to put that link in there for you as well before the pitch. So what we do on CSC, we like to do, rather than going through the flip book or a pitch book or a listing presentation, whatever you want to call it, with somebody on the pitch, we prefer to do it on an iPad and go through the marketing materials, the calendar, the samples of marketing, all on your iPad. And so, and then you just leave the pitch book behind. So that's like a roadmap to everything that you've just discussed with them.
Okay.
So I'm going to share that. It might bring you to a slightly screwy location. You might have to scroll up half a page to find what I'm showing you right now. But that's on the platform too, and before the pitch. If you even just search for iPad, it'll bring you down to it. And they're Google Slides, and you can go in and edit them with the logos, with your own marketing materials. I do live trainings on it, on how to do that if you want to come to those. Let me just run up here. So if you go into sessions and events, and if you go to the tool training on the bottom part, if you go there, you'll see all my content in there. And if you have a look down, there's the marketing calendars and iPad presentations. That's on February 13th. If you want to join me for that, I actually go through how to copy those, how to edit them, how to really, brand them and everything else. And then how the agent would then display them, because we have them for different price points. And usually you don't have to reinvent the wheel each time. You're going to be showing, clients the same stuff. So it's kind of easy once you have, you would obviously be doing the luxury end ones, have all the content up to date. Then you can just say, here, try this. All they have to do, if they're using the iPad on the pitch, all they have to do is add the Google Slide app onto the iPad, and then click slideshow and go through it that way. And if they're using a laptop, then they just go into their Google Slides and you do it that way. It's easy. Either way, it's really easy to use. It's just click the slideshow, and then they just click on the right page through. It's just a presentation, and then let's go backwards. But we found these are really useful. People are really enjoying them. And then the other one was building your listing presentation. That's just where do you do any of the listing presentation? Do you do none of it at all? Okay.
No.
Well, then that probably wouldn't be of interest to you. The checklist one, again, is one I often do. If it's just helping people when they've added our checklist to the platform, how to manage them, how to find the emails, how to edit the emails, all that type of thing. And how to make it your own again. That's another one that most people find useful. I think my trainings would be of more use to you than obviously the coaching ones.
Yeah, I think so. And looking at these, I'm like, oh, I could use that. I could use that.
Yeah, great. So yes, because these are, yeah, seriously, go in and have a look and see what and even, if you don't currently use these ideas, like creating a collaborative experience. Sorry, just excuse me for a second. When you see what we do, you might go like, hey, let's try using this or let's try that.
Yeah.
That one, what I do is so the way the agent has everything in Business Tracker, all of their assets, all of everything. I mean, you probably answer more of these requests from the clients than your agent is like, oh, where will I find, the copies of the photos? Where will I find a copy of last week's insight report? Where will I find this? Where will I find that? Do you get those emails?
We both do. So it depends on who gets to it first, but
Yeah.
it
So
could be either one of us.
what this is it's basically creating a one-stop shop for your client. So we give them a Google sheet, but behind the Google sheet, you've hyperlinked all of a folder for your insights, a folder for your photos, a folder for all legal documents, a folder for anything to do with the showings, anything like that. And then we hyperlink them all behind, and you can then just send that once to your client, get them to bookmark it, and then if they're looking for anything, say, oh yeah, it's in that folder, here's the link, or the links on your Google Doc, click in there and you've got it. And then
And is that under creating a collaborative experience
yeah,
in Business Tracker? Okay.
yeah, that's in there. So, and that should cut down a lot of the calls of what happened, where do I find, all those questions.
Uh-huh.
So, that's why we designed that as well. The leads thing is more agency probably, but I always feel like if the team knows everything that's going on, it's so much easier. If your agent has questions on how do I set up a live stream, it's so much easier if you can say, here, this is how you do it. Click,
Yeah.
done. It's added to the marketing. Do you do the marketing emails, or is that the agent?
I do all the marketing.
Do those. So tomorrow actually I'm doing something on the marketing emails. Now it's not going to be reinventing the wheel there, but it's just kind of using buttons effectively and that type of thing for people to RSVP on email or to sign up on open houses automatically, that type of thing. So if
Okay.
you want to attend that, there might be something in that as well that you
What's that one called?
it's literally creating conversations through
Oh,
Marketing Center. Real easy. And then the next one I'm going to do in the tomorrow afternoon. Well, they're both in the afternoon. One's at 1:30 Eastern, the other one's at 3 o'clock. I'm actually going through bulk emails, which everybody uses, but not that effectively.
yeah.
So I'm going through bulk emails as well, and that type of thing. And then I just go back to the CRM, your tagging, the old school. I mean, I can't do this enough, because if people don't have their CRM solid, they don't have their tags, if they don't have their notes in there, they're losing the backbone of their whole business, right?
Yeah. Well,
I
she's
do
pretty
that.
good with her CRM, like the tags
Well,
and keeping that up to date, which
I'm
we both
guessing
do.
because you're mastermind, you're going to be. You're right.
Right.
And then the CMA, you know how to do that. I mean, those things, and private exclusives, the best practices on private exclusives, that type of thing. I don't know if there's anything there you'd want. Social media, content that converts.
That would be a good one.
Why is that there twice?
It's
Um,
that good. That's why.
that's a mistake. That's why.
So, oh, well, I'll sign up for that though, because that's something I do is her social media as well.
Yeah, so I'll be looking at social media, how much to spend, pro tips between Instagram and LinkedIn, that type of thing. And also, one of the things on the following day, I'm doing the videos. And one of the things I like to do with not just creating a listing video, but I mean, Compass give great assets in the Marketing Center, and ones you can really edit, and now you can really edit them and make them more, personable, and put your own words in and everything else, which is great. But one of the things I like to do is to take them all out and put them into a quick video and use
Uh-huh.
that instead of your standard happy holidays, one email, or,
Yeah.
it's a bit more funky. So that's one of the things I like to show in that one.
Okay.
Um, let me see, what else have I got coming up? I think I've kind of covered the ones that you would mostly enjoy. Let me see. And again, I repeat these 2 or 3 times, so don't worry. Tours with clients, I think that would be more relating to an agent.
Yeah.
Collections for comps, that's another thing we do. We don't use CMAs, we use the collections for creating comps. And I imagine the agent probably creates those
Yeah.
more than you. And yeah, and then we're on a loop. That's me. You see me? They're all
All right.
looping again. There we go.
All right. Well, I'll go on later when we hang up and go sign up for at least those 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Just, add them to your calendar. Click there and they'll all go onto your calendar.
Yeah, I
Um,
will.
yeah, and everything else. I mean, if when you go into these coaching videos, I'm working on this right now to try and make this more meaningful. And these were all old playbook recordings, and they really don't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, that makes no sense to anybody going into these. So right now, I'm working on categorizing everything and then putting it on in a more meaningful way, both for teams, team members, and for agents, so they can get information out of this. Because look, it doesn't even go in the right order. So I'm working on making that a little better, and I should have that done hopefully in a couple of weeks. All finished. So that might be there might be stuff in there, whether you might find more um tips in or whatever else once I have it. Well, right now it makes no sense to anybody, but I'll be looking at fixing that up as well.
All right. Well,
But
I'll focus on the your sessions coming up, and then I'm gonna go back through and look at the
check.
selling checklist and the buying checklist.
Yeah, I'll have a look at those. And but the next time I'm presenting checklists, I'll have a full buying one created. I just don't have time to get to it right now, but I will have a full buying one created as well, ready for everybody
Okay.
and added to that list. So trying to take as much work off your plate as we can, if
Yeah.
if we can.
Well, I have, like I was saying to my sister, I have my checklists already made and done. So it would help me. I can go through and look at what you guys have and see if there's stuff I could add to it,
Yeah,
which that would be helpful. I can't take anything away from what I do because obviously I'm using it and I edit it as I go, things I don't do anymore.
yeah,
But I could
exactly.
certainly add to it, see, looking at what you have in there for your buying and selling one.
Yeah, and the beauty of it is that once you add it, all those email templates are in your messages, so you can use them, whether you use them in the checklist or anywhere else. You can go in and have a look at those later on and say, yeah, that's something I'm going to use, or no, I'm not using that. That's terrible. You know,
Yeah.
it's really, you get more than just the checklist. You get all the email templates automatically added to your platform. Now, I do have a full list of our email templates. Do you want those? I know we've got 1 minute left, but do you want those as well or not? Or maybe
Could I find them within the platform or no?
not listed the way I have them.
Okay, then I'll take the way you have them.
Let me see. I think I have those in there anyway. Oh yes, there we go. There really isn't a whole lot on the selling side, but I have them here on the buying side that will help. So let me just copy that link and send that to you as well. And too many things open. Sorry, I'm going to find you. So here are the selling email templates. Now, when you add the checklist, these will automatically be added to your platform. So apart from the open house ones, obviously, and the ongoing communication ones. But you can copy and paste those anywhere you want. You can't edit those forms, but you can copy them and paste them into anything you want. So I hope that is helpful. I hope you
Yeah.
got something out of today, right?
Yes, I honestly I got more out of this than I have in all the 5, 6 other ones that I did. So
Okay,
this
great.
this was very helpful.
Good, great. I'm delighted. And
I'm just copying and pasting your side thing over here now.
that's okay. And if you need anything else, just reach out to roadmap@chiragshawcoaching.com and give me a shout. and just say, hey, Trisha, I'm looking for this, this, or do you have anything on XYZ? There's, we're not alone down there, but we have a team that can answer those questions for you. I mean, that's what we're here for. We're here to answer anything you need.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much. I'm almost done copying and pasting all of my links.
That's okay. Take your time. I'm glad we made this productive now.
Yeah, no, this was definitely helpful. All right, there, I'm on the last one. Copy. All right. Okay, got it.
Okay, great. Take care
All
and
right.
enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, thanks, you too. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.